Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hi, how is everybody doing? And today, my desk camera is on, which means it's traditional art time. And I have a problem because I have this card that I need to make and paint for the family gathering. There is less than 2 weeks away, and I am scrambling. I am panicking. And and yeah, there is a lot of IRL stuff going on. Like I pretty much just came back home from work and from the errands, and oh, water, such a good thing. So yeah, so today I'm drawing this picture. At least I want to have a sketch ready, and no, I'm not ready because as I said, I was scrambling. I was scrambling a lot. Like I don't have any materials for painting right now, which is not good because I want to paint this picture. But I am absolutely not ready, like with any materials. Like I have watercolors, but I doubt that any of my water brushes have actually any water in them. Okay, what you see is a work in progress. I divided this picture into a grid. This grid is 13 centimeters by 18 centimeters, which will fit the frame. Yes. And I will cut after I finish this picture, I will cut it along these lines and put in the frame and put on some gold leaf. For the whole picture, I am planning to do it in watercolor. So yeah. So right now I have the picture open with the grid on, and I am right now trying to trace it onto the paper. So yeah, so how was everybody's day? My day was busy, not only at work. I had like 4 teleconferences today. But after work, everything regarding me buying a flat takes up a pace, and it takes up a pace, and it stresses me. It stresses me so much. It stresses me a lot. So your girl is so stressed. Like I literally noticed that even at work I start to like crumble and be all fidgety. Which is not good. Which is not good. Okay. But other news. The anniversary comic is almost ready. I need one more evening to finish it off, and I can push it out and move on with my life with with different, with regular comic updates, and well, as regular as my life would allow. Because right now, for the next okay, it may be a little bit calmer till the end of May. Then it picks up the pace again for me. So unfortunately, it might still be like the comic may not be as regular as I am, but I am not giving up. I am not giving up on the story, and moreover, I started taking videos for when I want to make some aesthetic reels or short form content for to give the vibes of my comic, to promote my comic somehow. Also on the server I'm on, one person suggested doing mood boards for the characters, so I was scrolling Pinterest, look and over Pixabay and also over sites like this, looking for some aesthetic pictures for my characters. And yeah, Nest gives me a hard time to look for a person that would look remotely like Nest, which is not good. Which is not good, because sometimes in those mood boards you can find a model who is looking kinda like the character, but at the same time not, but gives the vibes of the character. And for Eddie, you could find someone just change the hair color and it will be Eddie vibe. And even for Damian, but Damian is super easy. But for Nest, oh my god, first I need to find someone with dark hair, with glasses, with who looks young enough, who has the exact face, shape of the face, it's not easy. Because once I find something, the other boxes are not ticked. So yeah. So it's been a struggle, but if this is what will keep me motivated to do the comic, well, so be it. So be it. I love my characters and I want other people to love them too. And if a mood board with aesthetic pictures will be what will convince people to read my comic, then I'm willing to do this. I also need to check in my references folder if I have anything any preferably IRL pictures of things and motifs that are applicable for my comic. But I am searching. I am literally scrambling. I just wish someone would do all this freaking financial stuff for me, because oh my god, it is so stressful. I wish I could astral project myself to sit in a bank for an hour signing all the papers, because oh my god, it's not fun. Sorry. I don't know why, I started coughing. So it's another like thing to add to my long list of woes. Is that I'm probably sick again. And no one knows why. Probably allergy, but I ran tests and I have no idea what kind of what things you know, what things make me cough. Because some years ago I paid a lot of money for like expensive amount of tests, like for like it was like I don't know 1,000 markers or something, and nothing came of it. And I was so mad because I spent all this money to just give me nothing, like no answers of why the heck is Nina coughing. Okay, let me quickly sketch some flowers on the graph, on the flower crown. At least the placement of those flowers. There, go get that! Hello, welcome to the stream. Yes, happy Thursday. Oh my god, I am always looking forward to a Thursday. How are you doing? I am stressed and scrambled. Like I literally came back home just in time to set up the camera and put up the stream. Like I am so stressed because of all the financial stuff and all the errands that I need to you know run that I need to run in order to get a mortgage, and I'm like it's so stressful. Like that's good. But just fine enough is good enough. I am doing first a card that I will give as a gift for the first communion, hence the praying child and everything like this, because we're so like we're so like brainwashed in this country to force kids to be like afraid of hell and stuff. But since I did this for every branch of the family and it is supposedly a big deal for some people, then Aunt Nina has to deliver this for all her they are not my nibblings because they are my second cousins once removed. They're kids of my cousins. So yes, Dinosaur, it is May. It is the typical first communion time of year. And it is like my third or fourth card that I'm doing for this occasion, for a different branch of the family. And you know what sucks? What sucks is that I did like, how many years ago? Let me check. I did a year ago. Almost a year ago. To the day. I did the first communion card for the direct cousin of the girl that, you know, will be taking first communion right now. And because of that, if it for the fact that I did one for her cousin, but not for her, when I am her favorite, you know, favorite auntie, it would be so much drama in the family that, listen, I didn't do this. My parents did it 8 years ago, and I am like too afraid to steer drama to actually act up. So yeah. So yeah, so it is on my parents. And yeah, I will blame my parents. I will blame my parents for that. They started this. They said it would be nice if a kid would get like a hand painted card. To which I said, okay. But I don't know. Like the first kid that I made the card for is right now in high school. And knowing what is happening right now with that kid, I feel absolutely sorry for her and for her parents. This is what I would say. To not, you know, go into like very like not to go into like honestly tragic and like very private family matters. But yeah, Aunt Nina has to deliver right now, and she needs to deliver it fast. Like the due date is 17th, which is next Sunday. I still don't know what to wear to the party. Oh my god, I'm invited to the party and I need to attend. So yeah. So I don't know if you heard dinosaur, but I am very close. I need one more evening, and I think tomorrow will be the day when I will finish the anniversary comic. Finally, put it up and work on the next page. Of course, in between working for this, like this right now is the priority. What is unfortunate for this whole composition is that everything is so white. And up until now, I would like use like either color the background or do it on toned paper or make it like a bluish hue. But I asked my parents if they want me to do this on a toned paper because I can do this on a toned paper. Like this was the first plan, was to redraw the first picture that I did because it will be for the different branches of the family that would never ever meet each other. So you know. But my mom, I show my mom the first card. I can actually show it to you. You know what? I can actually show it to you. Um, ah, boom. Ah, yeah. So this is the first card that I did. It was 2017. And I said to my mom, hey mom, you remember this card that I did? Yes, yes. And I said, no, it was my mom first who said that, hey, maybe you will, if you are absolutely dry for ideas, because how many times do I need to draw angels and praying kids? Like, let's be honest. Like, it is only enough ways to draw angels, cherubs, and little kids praying to not get absolutely repetitive. And I hate doing repetitive stuff. Like, absolutely loathe it. So, so each year I'm looking for like a concept. And in the rise of AI, I am absolutely, it made my life even harder. But it was before the AI. So it's 2017, like my art style is my art style. But hey, let me show you this one from 2017. I actually still have the reference picture. Like I drew it in my style because the reference picture was absolutely demented. Like look at this. These kids have absolutely blackout eyes. They are from like creepypasta. And I did it, and I turned it into this, and everybody was happy. And I said my mom said, "Hey, you can try and do this again, because it will be from the other branches of the family." To which I say, "Hey, this is a great idea. I can replicate it. Like I have toned paper. I will try good leaf this time. My style changed, so it will be much different." And I showed my mom, "Hey, look, this is what I did. Like for the first time for this girl, and you meant this picture." And my mom said, "Oh wait, no, you can't do this." Which, and I said, "Why?" Like, and my mom said, like, "No, she wants an angel." And I'm like, "Okay, what angel? Because I drew this angel, I drew this angel, I drew this angel." But my mom said, "No, the angel that is holding the twig, this one." To which my mom said, "Oh wait, actually no, none of this fit." So I could not like, because I also like, this is like a joint gift. So I also need to like listen to my mom, and I'm like, and I like hear like, so yeah, so I'm doing like an absolutely different concept because of that. And yeah, and I'm not super stoked about this because you know, I might be happy with the picture, but knowing my mom, she will always find and be like, "Oh, does it have to look like this? Is it like too bright, too dark? Is it like why she looks like this?" And I'm like, "Mom, this is on the reference. Like I am literally copying the reference. Like if you wanted my own input, like you accepted the reference. More so, she accepted the reference. Like I showed her all the reference pictures that I did, and I said, "Mom, look at these concepts. Which one do you want me to draw?" So yeah, so you can tell that I am a little bit stressed. Just a bit. Just a tad bit. And another case of Nina cannot do things she wants, so it's time to move out. The perfect reason to move out. So yeah. Hoping it will happen soon enough, but oh my god, knowing that all of the things and still, I don't know when I will get the keys. I don't know when I will be finished with like refurbishments and stuff. I'm hoping that around September I will be moved in. For a moment, I had like a little bit of a brain lag, and I thought, why the heck am I drawing like rain? But then I remembered, wait, red is from rain. Oh, duh. I don't know why it's floating. I don't like that it's floating, but okay. I will figure something out. Okay. I would actually say the sketch is done. Yeah, because I would... Oh, wait, no, there is also a crossing here. I'm sorry, because someone will not know what this is all about with all this imaginary, and people from the reference sheet have to also put crossing here. Okay, now it's done. The reference, the sketch at least. So, the sketch is done. Now, I would like to... do I have kneaded eraser here? I don't have kneaded eraser here. I have regular eraser, which might be good, but I will need my kneaded eraser. So, you know what? Quick BRB, I need water, I have my paints here, right? I have my watercolors here, yes. I need water. Syringe here. And brushes will be in this box. Which, by the way, I actually cleaned the boxes in here. Cleaned in the boxes because at one moment I was like, no, I actually cannot wait till I move out to clean the boxes, so I reorganized them a little bit. So yeah, so all the brushes are here. Let me pick my favorite brush. Oh yeah. And also I need very small detailed brushes. Okay, this one should be okay. It would be okay. This one is a little bit stiffer. Okay, there is a dotting tool. A dotting tool could be okay. I will use it. Oops! Oh my god, this brush broke. Oh no! I wanted to take off the cap, the plastic cap protecting the bristles, but the whole metal part with the bristles came off. Oh no! This is bad. Wait, do I have the glue? I have the glue here. Would Butaprint be good? I think it will be good. Okay, I will need to put it on. And also, what else do I need? A brush like this to try and put on the gold leaf, maybe, yeah. I have the knife, yes, for the gold leaf. Gouache. I have gouache. I have white gouache here. Kneaded eraser. And water. and one even tinier brush. Let me find it. No, still too thick. Ooh. Do I want to try this bad bitch of a brush? Look at this. Look how long these bristles are. And you are supposed to have like a very thin lines with it, but I've never used this brush actually. But hey, it's time to try it. I go BRB, get some water, and get some water, and I needed eraser, and I can start start the painting. Okay, so BRB. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So I have kneaded eraser. Yes, I have it. And I have a water. It is not a shot glass. This is the measuring glass, but the little one. I couldn't find any other container right now. Yeah, let me quickly glue this brush on. Okay, let it dry. Put the glue away in its designated place. And yeah. Yeah, Dinosaur, how are you doing, by the way? I haven't asked. So yeah. Hey, also, question. Do you want you to see me open this? I actually was on, oh my god, it was like was it like 2 weeks ago already? When I was on the No, it must be already like 3 or 4 weeks away. So I was on the FantasyCon and Warsaw FantasyCon, and with each ticket they gave you the Disney Lorcana TCG booster pack. I never play it. I don't know, but I thought it would be fun to actually like open it on stream. So do you want to see it? Because I can open it. I actually planned to open it like a couple streams ago, but I kept forgetting. So yeah. Like listen, if any of the cards will be like a bust, at least I will have like the packaging with Baymax. Baymax is the best character. Okay. So I should start. I will start with golden areas, but in order to actually like, because okay, there are a couple of different schools on how to apply gold leaf, and some suggest, like, especially if you apply gold leaf on a piece of wood, or like on something, a plaster, wood, epoxy clay, or something like this, or like on a three-dimensional object, it is advised to put on bowl, and bowl is this kind of reddish sienna clay that is like a primer, like a tinted primer to get the gold leaf. So it will, like, the redness of the clay will change the way, the tint of the gold leaf that you put on it. So it is advised, especially like in like restoring antiques, I've seen it, is that you use bowl, which is this reddish sienna maroon clay, on top of, like, as a primer of the thing that you want to put on, in achieve the shade of gold that you really want. And for silver, for example, it's like putting black or like blue undercoat for when you apply silver leaf, which I actually, I wanted to research because of the project that never came through. So yeah. So I'm like, so I'm debating right now whether or not for the gold areas that I want to be gold, like I will get the rope here gold, this medallion gold, this band by the on the sleeve, the collar, maybe some of the flowers. I think it would be nice if some of the flowers will be gold as well, and here the elements of the cup and the letters here. Maybe maybe a little bit of the, of the grain, but I'm not so sure about that. But yeah, but I want some of these elements to, apply gold leaf. So I'm thinking whether or not I should paint them with red underneath to mimic the fact that traditionally the bowl, which is red, is used as an undercoat to make the gold leaf really like looking nice. So yeah, so I'm debating, because I wanted honestly to start with yellow and start like putting on yellow elements, then move on to the first layer of skin tone, because it will require me a bit of build up, and move on to the browns for the hair. Mr. Lipa, hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I sketched this in, I would say, because I started doing this, it was already like 10 minutes in when I started, so I sketched this in 40 minutes based on the reference I found online. And it is for my second cousin once removed, aka one of my many cousins' daughter. And yeah, and because I'm the artist of the family, it is right now expected to like do things like this for the family celebrations. Yeah, I use the grid. Once I properly learned how to use the grid, it is great. Because, you know, sometimes, oh my god, and it will take me back like a lot. Because sometimes when you know, you have kids' activity books and coloring books and stuff, and sometimes you have this task to, hey, look at these small pictures, it has grid on it. Look at this big grid on it, like trace the picture from small grid to the big grid. And it was like a thing in many like coloring books and activity books, you know, and I never understood it as a kid. Like I left it blank because I did not know what to do. And it wasn't until until I was a freaking adult that I realized, oh, now it makes sense. So yeah, I love grid. I love using grid, and out of all the tracing methods, like there are like many tracing methods, like or drawing from life methods, like um, triangulation, you know, finding angles, using negative space, looking at the negative space and tracing this, you know, I prefer grid. I just like using grid. It is like it tickles the more once I learned what is it about, it tickles my mathematical brain. Because fun fact, your girl has like, oh my god, speaking of Matura exams, like your girl Nina was writing advanced math for Matura exam and advanced physics. So yeah, and advanced English, and these were the only three that I wrote in advance. Wrote, you know, as like advanced. Sorry, a tube of paint fell from here. Okay. So yeah, and oh my god, I felt for so many years I felt so bad about my results from the Polish exam because it was not par with my ambition and not par with how much my Polish teacher absolutely like absolutely she was very strict, and I understand on one side that she wanted these like, you know, nerd kids to actually be a bit cultured, and I thought that, hey, with like a teacher like this who would prepare me to my presentation, you know, like this, the presentation would be for my oral exam would be much better than it was. I was not happy with my written exam. I was not happy with my oral exam. Everything else went good, but I was so not happy with my Polish exam that I actually wanted to retake it just for myself, but everybody around me was like, nah, you don't need it. Like, true, I don't for the you know college that I was going for and for the major that I was applying for, Polish was not needed. It was needed that I passed. So after a couple years, I was like, you know what, I actually don't want to go over all this stress again, to be disappointed again. So yeah. But yeah, but I look at all these like, you know what? I write teenage characters, and every time I see teenagers right now in the like communal transport, in the public transport, I'm like, oh my god, they look so adult, right? Like they don't like they seem to be like so adult, but yet they are so like kids at the same time. And it's like, and I'm like, you know, I look at them because I try to remember the vibe and the way like they behave and something, because it is needed for my characters. Because come on, the longer I live, the further apart I am mentally from my characters. So if I want to write teenagers, if I want to write like for teenagers, I need to be more like observant when it comes to them. Okay, let me activate the paint on the yellow, on the color that I use for skin tone, on the brown, a little bit on the blue, a little bit on the purple. There's a bit green for the leaves. For us, heavenly picture. Okay, I will activate a little bit of blue in order to shade the robe. Do I need anything else? Still debating on whether or not to use. Maybe I will use just sienna from the skin tone as a base color, because I have I mix skin tone from burnt sienna. This is how I mix my like Caucasian skin tone like color for the you know, for the pictures. Okay. Okay, let me get some yellow. Okay, and I will put a bit of yellow here in the hair to tint where the hair will be the lightest. Also, it would make sense because, you know, the girl, well, not the girl in the reference, but the girl who would be, you know, my family will be taking the communion. She is blonde. She's really blonde. Oh, Mr. Limbe, I am stressed. I am stressed. I am more so stressed. Well, as you may notice, there were no stream on Tuesday because OBS decided to not cooperate, which is a bummer. But today it decided that it is actually a good software, a nice software, willing to work with me. So yeah, we have stream today. But other than that, my week is busy. Like at work, I had 4 teleconferences at work today. I am so done. I was so done for today, and after work, I had to run errands because I am getting a mortgage for a flat. And because of that, I need to run so much errands, go to banks, spend an hour at these banks signing up papers, and I am just stressed about this. And yeah, I'm just so I am on my edge. Like I can tell that I am like absolutely like outside of, like, even outside of the streams, in the streams, I try to be, unless I'm focusing, I try focusing really hard. I try to be talkative and more expressive. Like, and I see because of the stress, this bled through to my life. Like, I am so like agitated. Like, I am ready to freaking like shout because I am so stressed. So yeah. So so I am not doing too well. I am not doing too well. Okay, let me get this sienna. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Limba, yeah. Exactly. But recently my Sims 2 were not behaving well. And I don't know, maybe it's because I downloaded some custom content and it conflicted, but right now I cannot pinpoint which custom content caused me trouble because my game started crashing when I ordered my sim to do physical activities. And and because of that, I'm like, crap, what's going on? Like, my sim needs to get body point and I really don't want to cheat, you know? So I played The Sims 3 for a bit recently because it was like still like kind of fast to set up and boot up than to try to boot up The Sims 2 again. And yeah, and recently I was troubleshooting which piece of custom content like broke it for me. Right now, most of the clothes like I checked specifically clothes because I saw a Reddit thread that for the problems with animations and like swapping out clothes, because it would happen when a sim would change the clothes from everyday to athletic, or from anything to athletic. Like as if only athletic clothes were affected. So I started like searching and then doing the 50-50 method, and I narrow it down to like some piece of clothing for teenagers, which is odd because the sim I was playing was an adult and a young adult on a on a in college and not a teenager. So I was like, but I got to the point where she can do yoga without crashing. So next time it will be a scheduled Sims 2 stream. I will play it for sure. So yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh, and oh, I don't know what kind of pest is the worst. Is it rats? Or is it mites? Is it bedbugs? Is it cockroaches? Or is it ants? Like, oh, Sam, my good friend Sam, wonderful Sam, she was struggling with ants like so much in her previous apartment, and I can only like feel sorry for her because I have not experienced this, but when you see like ants coming from a faucet or coming from the like coming from the little like sliver of not grouted tile, it's like oh no, yeah, no, not are you living on a ground floor by chance? Because for example, I do not have like any ants here, but I live like on the third floor. even though my windows, like, sometimes they're like, I sometimes, well, not now, but there are times where we need to, like, put some acrylic putty and silicone and close some cracks in between the windowsill and the wall and the window frame and etc. etc. So Mm. Oh no! Oh, I hate this about summer. I hate this about summer. Like right now, I have my window closed, but I can assure you, once it will open, there will be bugs coming to my paint water, coming to my drinking water, and I absolutely hate it. Like I hate when bugs come and contaminate my drinking water, especially. So it's like, ugh. I have not watched any movie from this franchise. Like I vaguely know what it is about. Like, haha, big monkey, haha, stealing women and stuff. I don't know. And haha, big army against big monkey. Like I only know this stuff. But yeah, but speaking of movies, it gave me nightmares. Oh my god, there is one. There is a movie called Butterfly Effect, and one of the first scenes is like I remember it so vividly because it messed me up. It was like this guy and this girl, well, the boy and this girl, and it turns out they were like abused by a PDF file, and fast forward couple years, they are like now like high school student, like not student, high school students, college students, and they met again, and the girl is absolutely like wrecked because of this experience. Like she cannot like she could not go to college. She was like so scared. She was like working on a diner, and she was saying something that like we are so different right now. You went to the college, you're now, because he turned out to be like a super brainy guy and went to college and is a nerd, um, and she was like we're too different, like we cannot, like, look, you have future and I don't have future because of what happened. And then he like develops like a way to turn the time and changed this event so all the PDF file stuff did not happen. And now he's like, he wakes up and he's like super popular on the campus, and the girl like is like uh, I don't remember if she became like one of the super popular sorority students or something like this. But this like scene when she like with her diner uniform, she's like all crying because of the PDF like experience that happened in her childhood. Like this wrecked me up, and I actually had like nightmares about it. This. So yeah, so I have not watched this movie to the end at all. I don't know if it gets better, if it gets worse, or if my mind like actually misremembered something about this whole ordeal. Because I might as well like mix up some movies or something, but I thought it was this. I thought it was this movie. So yeah. But other things that brought me nightmares, usually they are from the movies, but there were sometimes nightmares that I don't understand. Why the heck, to me, as an adult, in the 30s, why do I dream of school sometimes? Like, school, especially like, school, like, especially like Matura exam, I was dreaming about this like before the Matura exam. Afterwards, nothing. Uh, Afterwards, nothing. Uh, At the end, usually they were like nightmares about like, oh, I got some bogus questions that everybody knows the answer for but me. And I'm like, hello, I'm supposed to be the nerd in this class, okay? So yeah. So yeah, and so yeah, I got nightmares like this, but other type of nightmare that was recurring up until I passed my driving license exam was I had a recurring dream that somehow I need to fill in for the driver. Usually my dad was drunk or ill or something like this in this dream, and I had to like use the car and drive it. And every time something f's up, and I end up being like being held by the police. And I had like these like kind of recurring dreams like about being caught by police for driving without the license. And even if I was driving well, I would still be caught because of something. And the dream always ended as the policeman is like entering me and saying, "Hey, show me your driver license." And I'm like sitting here and be like, "I don't have any." Like, so this is like the second type of recurring nightmares. Sometimes I had a dream. I had twice very vivid dreams about apocalypse, but usually I was a very like fictional characters like with Alice and something. So I had this dream. I had this like kind of dreams, but they were not as bad. The worst ones when they people inside the dream have the faces of people like usually colleagues from my elementary school or my teachers from middle school. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain decides to give give faces of people who I haven't seen like in 10 years. For 10 years now, why they're giving me like stuff like this. Brain is strange. I don't get it. So yeah, but speaking of the Sims, I actually want to play a little bit Sims 4 in my own time. Like last time, the game crashed. I was like, you know what? This time, instead of the Sims 3, we're booting the Sims from, and I go to my like legacy save. I have played this legacy save in like months, but due to the popular demand by Queen Femka, I decided to give a tour of my saves in The Sims 4, which right now I have 3. I have my beauty save with my OCs and buildings that I use for the comic. As a reference, I have my ugly house challenge save, and I have my legacy save. So yeah, no, I don't lucid dream. I cannot do this, and I've never tried. Like I heard that it is a hit or miss, and sometimes you actually like wake up like more tired when you fell asleep. More tired or than when you fell asleep. Yeah, as if like this was not like this kind of sleep that really resets your mind, because you still kind of have to think of what's going on in the dream. Honestly, I have not remembered my dreams. Like, I don't remember any of my dreams in the past couple months for sure, if not a year. But one of the recurring dreams I also had was stairs. I would come, for example, to my uncle, to the block my uncle had, or to my block, or to block my grandma had. But each time, the layout of the staircase, like in the dream, I was like, yes, this is my staircase. But in reality, this staircase in the dream looked nothing like the staircase that I have in the house. So I'm like, in the dream, usually like the stairs are like these strange Soviet staircases. If you Google like any like old Soviet staircases in the Soviet blocks or something like this, you will come up with the staircases that are going up. They have a platform, then down a platform, up a platform, and there will be like houses every half a level, which is so funky. But like I dream of stairs like this, and also when there are like sometimes missing steps and I need to jump, and it's like the whole freaking parkour, and I'm not a parkour. Oh, I have not played any city builder like at all. I had the Sims City 4. I bought this on a garage sale because in the Sims City 4 you can, in the freeway mode, make a layout of a map on which your city is on, and then you can export this layout to build your custom neighborhood in the Sims 2. And this is the way like people were making like custom terrains for the neighborhoods, because in the Sims 2 you get like the Sims 2 has the create your hood tool with preloaded terrains, but any like custom terrains are created by the community with the SimCity 4. So I bought SimCity 4 just for this reason. But other than that, the only city builder like I was playing the Alien Nation. It is like a very old, like 2000s strategy game, kind of like city / RTS / strategy game. And I was playing the Settlers 3 specifically, which is also like strategy / more medieval fantasy city builder. But in terms of modern city builders like the SimCity 2012 or the SimCity like period or the City Skylines, I have not played it, but I've seen people like I watch Call Me Kevin and I watch Arty Game, so I see what kind of wacky stuff wacky stuff and wacky like layouts they can do in like City Skylines. Like, the city, there is just one road. The city, there is like the blimp utopia. The city that is made in the crater. The city, but the natural cataclysm strikes every 5 minutes. Stuff like this. So I am aware of what is happening, even though I have not played it myself. But I understand. It wasn't like this in The Sims. You mean the SimCity? Maybe it has like I don't know. I don't actually know all the like differences between the City Skylines and the SimCity franchise. Oh, everybody died. because of lack of food and lack of job. Sometimes to be like this. But oh my god, right now in the right now as I'm making like, the anniversary comic and stuff, my mind started to circle back into the projects, like other projects, like vastly other projects outside of the universe of the rejects. So I'm like letting my mind go a little bit as a break from Never Too Late and the rejects, the universe. I mean, so yeah. Okay, let me mix up skin tone. Finally, Nina, you said you will mix up skin tone. Skin tone ASAP. Well, do anything I said that I planned had come to any fruition? No. You should, and you all should be aware of it. But I can say one thing, but life dictates the other thing. There's a hair. The city, but every house is Żabka shop. Oh yeah. Oh my god. uh, there is the simulator of. Oh my god, I actually saw the ad. Like someone on the Discord server, one of the Discord servers I'm on, shared the ad from the Steam, but there is an indie game, which is pretty much being a clerk in the Żabka simulator and trying to, survive on a minimal wage in Poland. And it's called What Sausage Made, which I think it's perfect. So yeah. So yeah, but other than that, I actually would oh my god, there were attempts by the community, by the Sims 2 community to make Żabka for the Sims 2. Like as a downloadable load, and also, especially in the Sims 4 for the, to go download from the gallery. And I think this is like when I see Polish people try to sprinkle some Polish into the absolutely Americanized game and sprinkle, a little bit of, decor and vibe. I'm like, oh, like it warms my heart because for me, like it is so funny how first off, it is like already a known fact that Polish people are everywhere. It is a known fact, and I've received it and I experienced it firsthand. Like Polish people are everywhere. I go to the freaking most remote location, which is Iceland, and what do I hear? What do I hear? Polish. Where cashiers were talking. And I and when they switched to English to tell me that it's 20 corona, you know, it's 20 corona for you. Like there were a lot of Polish people, and like fast forward couple years, I am on vacation in like Croatia, but in a place where one of the like more remote places, in Croatia, and we lay on a beach, and like as much as you can lay on a rocky beach, but we were prepared. And what do I hear? Talking on a phone? Polish person talking on a phone. Like, Polish people are everywhere. So this makes me like laugh because like we want to be everywhere, and I find it like absolutely amusing that we can absolutely insert ourselves everywhere. And yeah, this absolutely like to give a little bit of our culture and the vibe and the flair to something so foreign and like so American, like The Sims. Like, bruh. Like, I absolutely applaud this. Like, my neighborhood may not be like absolutely like Polish looking, but I made a bus stop. I made a bus stop. I made a kiosk. And yeah, I made the bus stop that is looking like the bus stops you would see, bus terminal. Yeah, bus terminal for the for the long distance buses. Yeah, the PKS terminal. So yeah. Okay, so this would be the first layer of the skin tone. Let me get a little bit of red to mix some color for the blush, because I think this would be a good moment to add a little bit of blush. yeah. Oh my god. And speaking of like seeing Polish like stuff making me like all giddy inside. Freaking QSMP. Hello? What is going on? What is going on in here? Like, I got, like, my YouTube is filled with this. It's filled with, like, shots, and oh my god, some of them are so... Like, I have not expected the merge of two worlds that I am personally invested in so much, as in on that server. Because one of the members of the server, Graph, made a fake promo board that the railway and the railway station that he was building was co-funded by European Union, because this is like part of the Polish landscape. Everything is co-financed by European Union. And it was like funny, but then the European funds and the Ministry of Fund and Regional Development actually responded to the tweet and actually invited him and sent him the letter. But yeah, they are absolutely like like fine and happy with this promotion, and I'm like, what? What? I am not like saying that like seeing this institution that I am closely working with, like liking Minecraft meme, liking Minecraft stuff, and actually involving themselves in Minecraft stuff, a game which I'm also like closely following for like years. I'm like, I was not expecting these two words to collide. This was not on my 2026 bingo card. Like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, but yeah, there are so many things that Poland is known for, and which and which makes me even more like happy for the decision I made to actually like set my comic in Poland, make my characters Polish, like base everything that they are in based on like real locations that I see, uh, like show the life that was like back then in 2009, because this is the life that I know, and like to actually put more of more of Poland into my comic, because at the very beginning, when I was starting writing the story, I was not thinking of like I was thinking of, oh, it is like a fictional city or a fictional like district in a fictional city, and like unnamed and vaguely like mixing like tropes from like mixing up tropes from like different series and videos and movies and stuff that I was like consuming at the time, uh, and then I I saw, I think it was the quote by Tolkien that, or something about Tolkien, that Tolkien did not wrote like fatalistic scenes. Tolkien wrote what he knew. He wrote stuff about, he wrote in his books about camping, about traveling, about like survival during that, and it was fine. So like the advice to actually write what you actually know firsthand, like it stuck with me, and I I decided to actually like make my characters Polish, set everything in Poland, and like started writing events that happened when I was like in high school and after high school, because I thought this will be fun. This will be fun. This will be good. This will be valuable to actually like sprinkle some of the real life events that happen. To show that we're in Poland beaches. So yeah. So I am so happy that I set my comic in Poland, and I am so happy uh, that I found so much audience for my comic among like Polish people, and there is like a big, like really big and diverse Polish webcomic, Polish indie comic and webcomic scene in Poland, and that people are reading my comic and they are like, oh my god, this actually happened. This actually happened, like, especially people who are like around my age, they're like, no, Nina, this actually like was the vibe. This was actually what was happening. Like, like, the vibe that was happening in the school. Like, it was like an absolutely different time. And yes, those kids were struggling, but it was what was happening. And I appreciate you for that. So I'm like, damn. So this just reinforced my belief that like we should not be embarrassed of being Polish, and we should like uh oh wait too much. And we should be like we should be proud of who we are, and we should be like and we should be happy with the like happy and share the things that are made us happy, that are part of our culture. We should share our memes. We should share like our like sense of humor, because oh my god, like the memeing culture in Poland, oh my god, like it's amazing. Like nothing can actually like make me so like you know, giddy and giddy like some like good well made Polish meme. The kind of meme that I will need an hour to translate to anybody else. You know? Yeah, yeah, Polska górą, yeah. So yeah, it makes me like I'm like happy with the decision that I made regarding my comics, my characters, and my creation. So yeah. Slovakia too, yeah. Yeah. Slovakia is nice. I might like, you know, go and visit it someday, because I was in Slovakia like 2 times total. Once I was like driving through to get to Croatia, and first time it was on a school trip, and we were there for a day to visit like one cave. And this was all. So yeah, so I don't know much about Slovakia and how it is right here. So yeah, but yeah. But I'm thinking back to the topic of the Sims 4 and my saves. Like I feel like a need to build really recently. Like I want to build something right now. Let me add a little bit of bluish tint here. Like I will cover it with brown, but a little bit of bluish tint in the darker areas. I think it might just add like a little bit of like just a bit of like and just a little bit of undertone here. And by using only like small amount of colors, I would like using the colors that I use like in shadows and and in highlights. I actually make the piece more like color cohesive, you know. Bye, Mr. Lindbergh. Have a good night. I will try to hang in there despite everything. Despite everything and in spite of everything. Okay, maybe I will use the same. I will mix in a little bit of purple and pink into this to achieve like a bit of a lavender color. Or a periwinkle. No, periwinkle will be better. Periwinkle is like the color you will get if you mix true blue with white. It is like not the sky blue because it doesn't have this green undertone, but it is more like light purplish, but it comes only from blue and white. And yes, it is periwinkle. So I will use this color to shade in the robe because I need to shade the robe because else it will be white on white on white. And it's not good if it's white on white on white. So yeah. That will give me the tint. Like many people, especially, oh my god, Leona from Leona's workshop, she's a garage kit artist, you know, making figures, assembling figures of anime characters, and you know, when she is shading objects that are white, like, you know, shirts, Sailor Fukus, she's using actually like a mix of light blue and purple in order to shade a little bit shade the white areas a little bit. And I might actually, you know, try it in here. Like I usually, when I draw comics and when I do other illustrations, like in my own, like more in line with what I'm used to, I use purple, to very like desaturated purple to shade like everything, which makes the whole picture cohesive, but also makes the whole picture a little bit purplish in hue. So, and it is seen especially on white. So here I will use periwinkle and I will see how it looks like. And I know you might say, but Nina, this is probably not the time for experimentation because if you F something up, you will need to redo this. Which I say, I read the terms and conditions and and I hit, you know, and I hit accept. Like, I am aware of the risks, and I think worst case scenario, as I say, worst case scenario, I will just use white gouache or acrylic paint and paint over it. If I go too dark, like it's mixed media already. just realized that I was not using using this brush, but doing everything with the small brush. This is how I operate. You know, I like to be able to do details, and I will like, and as you see, even though I have bigger brushes and bigger area, I will still use like the smallest brush I can. I will just drag some the color from the down from the at the bottom a little bit down because I think this is where there will be a cut from the page, so I want the color to go to the end of the page. So this is why I'm extending it a little bit more down. Okay, let me get the grapes. Get the grapes and get a little bit of green, just a little bit of green. Mix with the yellow that I already have on a palette. And mix a little bit with the periwinkle that I already have on palette in order to achieve a different shade of green, but because I used two colors that I already have in the picture, will make the green a little bit more in line. And a little bit more close in shade to the colors that I already have in the picture, which will make, despite this being an additional color, the green, it still has the same vibe, the same undertone as the rest of the picture. And it looks cohesive. Yes, yes. Oh, I have 15 minutes left of the stream. Well, I did a lot today. I think during the weekend I will finish the picture. And I will of course let it like sit for a day without me looking at it, so I can look at it with the fresh eyes afterwards. Because, you know, once you're like getting into the groove, getting comfortable, you can make mistakes more easily. So this is why you need to like take a break, go look at something else, do something else, and come back to this picture, to the picture, in order to see like any issues and mistakes more easily. Because when you're in the groove, when you're working on something for a long time, you're like, yeah, everything looks fine. Like you're omitting, you know, issues. You're omitting. You may like not see. So this is why I will, like, you know, call it the end of the first session and come to it, back to it, like during the weekend. See it with the fresh eyes. See if there are things that that I need to touch upon and that I, have not noticed before. Time to stretch and time to drink. Moment. Oh wait, I forgot to add leaves to the flower crown. I left a space for leaves, but I have not painted them on. So I better do this while I still have the green. Yeah, for sure I will need to go back to this, come back to this and do the hair. Yeah, I'm thinking whether or not, like, I will leave this decision for future Nina, whether or not I want to line the picture. Because in some elements, like right now, her face is really like merging with the background. The grains is also like the grains are also like there's not enough contrast for the grains and the background. Right now on the stream, it doesn't look that bad, but remember there's still like a little bit of sketch underneath that I will try to get off. Like in some places where the paint, where I did not touch with the paint, you know, there were, oh, you see, now that I erased the sketch line, you can see how close the the skin tone and the background are in color. So I need to try something, and I think I will use a little bit of purple or periwinkle to add a little bit of similar shade that is like around here. I will use the similar thing to put a little bit behind the character, because else she will blend into the background, and we don't want that. So yeah, okay. Actually, this is where I want to stop for today. So yeah, this is where I will stop for today, and yeah, I think I will end the stream right here. So thank you all so very much for watching, for chatting, learning, and spending some time with me. Like, I think it was a good stream. Like, I don't feel that about a lot of streams, but I think this one was a good stream. Next stream. Oh, it will be Minecraft or Sims 4 or Sims 3. Sims 3 I played recently. Sims 4 I went through my beauty did the full save tour. I haven't played Minecraft in a moment, but I don't know what to do in Minecraft right now. Like, I have not updated to the baby update. I have not updated the server to the baby update. So yeah. So yeah, I will figure something out. So, up until then, thank you all so much for watching, chatting, talking, and spending some time with me. I hope you will stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. So goodbye!